Are we on?
Hi guys, I just woke up. Um, Welcome to another episode of Chilling3000 Hangouts, episode 37.
Not the
I'm
call
here.
podcast, more like.
Oh my god!
Ugh.
And today I'm here with these part of my staff, Daniel Lewis,
I've been a part of David's staff since 2019. Help me.
and we have Paige Saul. Paige,
Oh.
Paige.
Yo,
There you are. So
the main black eye of the crew. But anyways,
Yeah.
let's continue on.
yes. So there's episode 37. Is 8 p.m. Eastern time on this hump day. Tomorrow is Veterans Day, so that means I don't have to wake up early in the morning and have to get up and go outside in the cold. But it is Veterans Day, so just let guys know I'll be doing another episode 38, tomorrow for Veterans Day special, and then episode 39 will be the following Wednesday, and then episode 40 will be hopefully that upcoming weekend, the 19th, 20th, or 21, and we have something special planned. I'll leave it at that. And trailer for that coming soon. I'll just say that right now.
Yeah.
So how you guys Wednesday spent today?
Mostly tiring from work, but not too bad.
How about you?
Yeah,
Paige?
same here. Work was a killer.
Did any drama happen?
Not today.
Oh,
No,
there's
not
been
today.
drama in my work going on within the past few days.
Oh.
Would you like to give us a story time?
Oh yeah, we got some time. So yeah, I'm all sitting here ordering some Popeyes. But yeah, so
Let me get
recently
my
my coworker. So
uh
recently, what I've learned is if you know somebody from school and they're trying to get a job at your place of work, don't bring them in. I'm telling you, that will save a lot off your life.
Really?
Don't bring them in, especially because they can be just a complete pain. Like, just don't do it. Don't do it, Danny. If you get a position of power, I'm telling you, don't do it. Don't do it. So I brought in this girl. I brought in this girl that I knew from high school. And to work in the office with me. And warning, this story is gonna have a little bit of what I now know is sexual harassment. But anyways,
That sounds even worse than what happened in past times, but continue.
but yeah, let me get back to the story. So I bring her in. I bring her in. I'm doing my best to show her the ropes, be very nice to her. Don't ever mention a girl has a hole in her pants. I'm telling you right now, don't do it.
A hole in her pants?
Yeah, don't do it. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
don't say that. That's
I wouldn't
sexual.
even- I wouldn't-
Turns
I
out
wouldn't
that's
even say
sexual
that anyway.
Turns out that's actually sexual harassment.
I believe that. I probably wouldn't say that anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, it's stupid, but yeah, I got into some shit for that. I didn't end up losing my job. If anything, I actually still have my job, and she kind of either got fired or quit today. I don't know what happened, but there. But yeah. So she's been dating this guy who I also knew. Personally, I think the guy, before everything I've heard about him, I thought he was a pretty cool dude. I had no issue with the dude or whatever. So time goes on, the two break up, and she tells me all about how he was very controlling and very accusing her of cheating and all this other kind of stuff. Stuff that will basically destroy a girl's mind.
Yeah.
So they break up, and he's just been tormenting her. And when I say tormenting her, I mean just doing anything that he can to just caused rifts in her life. Like it's to the point where like her parents have pretty much are now at rift with each other, even more than they already were. It's like it's bad. It's like insanely bad. So
It sounds like Mike Butcher's spot to me.
yeah. So so not last night, but the night before, I think it was Monday night at around 7:00. The guy messaged me asking about her and how she's doing. And I'm like, she's fine. Why? And then he just started saying stuff like, "Oh, I miss her so much." And I'm like, well, my first question was, did you two break up? I was kind of curious to see what he was gonna say about that. And he's like, "Yeah, but I still love her and care about all this kind of stuff." So then I started to kind of get into it, mainly because he was starting to get on my nerves. He was playing victim to the whole thing, acting like nothing was his fault in it, when mostly 80% of it was his fault. So I'm straight up telling this guy, like, dude, like, no, like, I was not buying any of the stuff he was telling me. I wasn't buying it. I even chewed him out. And like, I'm not going to show it here because it's very explicit what I said.
Right.
But David, Danny, you guys can be in for a treat later on. I'll put it that way.
Okay.
But yeah, I kept chewing him out, and then eventually he said, and eventually he kind of kept going on how she cheated on her. I'm like, you have any proof? And he's like, I can't show you any proof. And I'm like, is it invisible? And he didn't reply back for like 3 or 4 hours.
Oh.
So I'm thinking, okay, I shut this guy up. He's not gonna bother me anymore. But then he just kept coming back. He kept coming back, and he said, "Oh well, I guess I am the bad guy. Be prepared to not see her at work tomorrow." And yeah, my reaction exactly. So I'm like, so in my mind, I'm like, well, what is the motive here? First of all, what's the overall motive of any of this? And then he started saying, well, oh, don't be too mad and all this kind of stuff. I heard about how you talk to her and how you make her feel uncomfortable and all this stuff. And I'm like, okay. And because I'm at the point where, you know what? You don't care. I don't care. I'm mentally just done with this conversation. I'm like, okay. And so I literally just said that for a few messages. I'm like, okay. And then he brought up the whole incident. And I'm like, okay, like, I've learned from that. I don't care. It's old news. Okay, and like, what else you got? And I think after like I said, okay, and I just blocked him. Like, you know what? I'm done. Like, forget it. Like, I just excommunicated him off the face of the earth. Like, you know what? I forget it. Like, fuck you. I'm done. Like, that's it. So, afterwards, she didn't. So then the next day, she didn't show up to work. Which. Part of it was because I told her, like, hey, don't come in. Like, mainly because her mom was, like, vomiting all this kind of stuff. But part of me feels like that was fake because she has a thing for not showing up anyways. She's been not showing up, like, time after time again. But part of me feels like that's a little fake. But I'm like, you know what? If you ain't going to, like, you know what? But if it's going to take you all these many hurdles to get to work, it's not worth it. Don't show up. And then today she showed up. And then today was her last day. I don't know if she was fired. I feel like she was fired.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm telling you right now, like, you know, don't bring people you know. Unless you can really trust them, don't bring people you like that you've met before into work. Don't do it. Like
yeah. I almost did that a couple months ago, my one friend, but he decided he didn't want to work at Walgreens. He wanted to work at a Cabela's, or AKA Bass Pro Shops, one of those stores.
All right. I put those notes in my great book.
It's not as great as my book.
Oh man, I think we're all still waiting for the day David gets a job.
For the day David gets a job? Oh.
Yeah.
He's already had a job. He's a full-time YouTuber.
David, I can see David right now. Like, like live streaming at work. Like,
Oh my
hey
god.
guys, welcome to
I
2000
think
Hangouts on the road.
I can see David being one of the people that takes your order at White Castle, and then you walk up there, David says, "Hi, welcome to White Castle. What can we get you?" And I'd say, "Yeah, I want 2
That
cheese."
happened, Michael.
Oh,
Sorry,
Yeah,
what
they
were,
like
what were you saying?
I can see like David like streaming during his lunch break. Like, hey guys, Dave 3000 here. Welcome to a quick edition of 2000 Hangouts. It's lunchtime edition.
yes,
Nice.
I'm in the break room at the McDonald's. It's very dirty, and they don't keep it clean. But it's whatever.
And then
Oh my god.
what he tries to do a handstand like in the in the break room.
And then Brian Martin comes on stream and then does one too.
Oh yeah. And then you hear David's boss saying, "St. Dennis, back to work."
And then I say, "Oh, goodbye. Don't forget to not watch Channel 20." Anyway,
Exactly. Speaking of food, I gotta go grab more pizza, so I'll be right back. I promise.
that was a good story time. But yes, me doing up. So, well, actually, I actually done a 2000 Hangouts episode on the road at Cape Cod. I don't know if you remember that one.
Mhm.
Um, so that was the only one 2000 Hangouts episode I've done on the road. Which was me at the Cape Cod.
I'm actually kind of curious. I'm actually kind of curious on this, David. Do people at do your friends at school know that you have a YouTube channel?
Not really. I don't talk about it. So yeah.
Hmm. Oh
Plus,
wow,
I've
you're
actually used it.
I'm actually kind of part of me is kind of surprised at that. But then again,
me
it's
too.
maybe for the better.
Yeah, you don't want to mix
Yeah.
up your YouTube friends with real life friends sometimes. Well, sometimes it can go well, but sometimes it just creates a big S storm.
Mhm.
What's this message from? What the heck, Michael? Anyway, anyways, guys, there's something right now. So, actually, Danny, you can set up the game show hostess right now.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. So tonight's show, we're gonna talk about we're gonna do a tier. You know how we did a tier maker of restaurants last time? Yeah, we had much fun with that. And then off screen, we did a tier list that Paige made of 100 different game shows. And I thought that we should do one of game show hosts, and we're gonna debut it right here on the stream. So, David, do you want me to show it off now?
Yeah.
All right.
And I'll be right back.
Okay. Now, the ratings we have are A++, pretty good or underrated, not bad, suckers, and never host a show again.
Okay, straightforward.
First one we got Mr. Gene Rayburn. He hosted the match game for many years and years and years. So where do we put Gene Rayburn?
I think Gene's kind of an obvious A++.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, he hosted it in the 60s, and then when they brought it back in the 70s, they asked him to do it again. And he was doing multiple versions of it at the same time. Which doesn't happen too much nowadays with game shows.
Oh yeah, very true.
And most
very
people,
true.
Yeah. Right. Next up, we have Richard Dustin. He was a panelist on Match Game, and then he went on to do Family Feud for 9 years, and then again in 1994. Now, I think there's obviously a difference between how he hosted it in the 80s and how he hosted it when they brought it back for a short time.
Oh yeah, that I do agree with. Now to say that he was terrible at it. The second time around is something that I disagree with. He was definitely much slower in the second when he came back. He was definitely much slower with it, but he was still good. He was still good, and I think pretty good underrated. That's fair, especially because there's many stories about him being a tyrant on set.
Yeah. Actually, I think underrated probably belongs in over here.
I would say underrated is probably its own tier section.
Well, we'll put it in there for now. Next up, we got Alan Lutton. He hosted. He is known for hosting a show called Password, and he was Betty White's husband until he passed away. Mm-hmm. And he did. What other shows he did besides Password?
He had the GE College Bowl, and he also had a short-lived show called Stumpers, which I think really should have lasted longer.
I see. So where did we put Alan Lutton?
I would say Alan's pretty A++. If you're still known for doing Password like years and years later, that sticks. That sticks.
Okay. Next up, we have Alfonzo Ribeiro. He hosted. He still is the host, I think, of Catch 21 on the Game Show Network, and he also hosted a version of America's Funniest Home Videos. I don't know if that counts, but what do you got to say about Alfonso?
I would say Alfonso's in the not bad or underrated. I think that's a fair spot for him.
Next up, we got Ann Robinson, who is the host of The Weakest Link, and she also is doing some other comedy game now in the UK. If I'm not mistaken, Countdown, I think she's doing.
Oh yeah, well, Countdown really, I don't really consider Countdown as a comedy game.
I made a mistake. I was thinking of 8 out of 10 Cats does Countdown. That's why I called it a comedy. So, do you think I think Ann Robinson's A++.
Huh.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Next, we got Bob Barker, as seen here playing in Happy Gilmore. So, where do we put Bob Barker? Is he pretty good?
There's only one spot to put Barker.
Which is
A++.
Plus. That's fair. Next up, we got Alex Trebek. I think that's an obvious A++.
Yeah, easily.
And then we got Ray Combs. He hosted Family Feud for 6 years, and then a Family Challenge, and then he died. So I think he's in the pretty good category.
He's pretty good. If his career lasted longer, I think he would be an A++. But tragically, he had to hang himself in a hospital room. So.
Right. Okay. Jack Barry from The Joker's Wild, right?
Yep, that's correct. Joker's Wild. So he also hosted, I think it was the nighttime version of a show called Break the Bank, which Tom Kennedy also hosted. Pretty good. Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. Anthony Anderson, current host of To Tell the Truth on ABC.
Not bad. I would put him in not bad.
Okay.
I feel like there's other truth hosts that I think outshine him.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He's all right. Yeah.
Next up, we got Dylan Lane. Now, that's a picture of 2020 Dylan Lane when he was bald. I wanted to... maybe 2006 Dylan Lane and 2020 Dylan Lane are two different people. But where would you put him at?
Not bad. That's fair.
Yep. David, what would you think?
For what host?
Dylan Lane, the guy from Chain Reaction.
I would say not bad.
Okay. Next, we got Mr. Eubanks from the Newlywed Game. I think that's obviously an A++.
Mm-hmm.
Next up is one of David's favorite people. We got Mr. Aaron Rodgers. Now, I think we would put him at pretty good, but since the news found out about how he lied about his vaccination status, where should we put him?
I was
At
gonna
suckers?
say.
Where should we
He
put
lied
him?
about what?
He lied about his vaccination status, apparently.
Well, I
But
wouldn't put him. I wouldn't put him at suckish for that, mainly because that doesn't really affect what he did on screen.
True.
Michael says never host a show.
Oh, Michael says that about Aaron Rodgers.
Well, Aaron. The thing is, Aaron hosted Jeopardy. He was decent.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say he was suckish. Suckish, in my opinion, is like below mediocre. Rodgers wasn't below mediocre, in my opinion. He was not bad.
I see.
I think it was today or yesterday. Aaron Rodgers did admit though he will not bring up this subject ever again. So about the vaccine thing. Who knows? There could be a totally different story behind that. That's just me.
Yeah. I do agree. Aaron Rodgers should stick to the NFL or anything he doesn't get fired from.
Yeah.
But I put him on there just for giggles. Okay, next up, let's go with one of my favorite people, John Michael Higgins, who's the host of the GSN Family Feud, poor man's Family Feud called America Says.
Oh yeah. So Higgins,
I think he's at least pretty good.
yeah, I would say pretty good. He also does the voiceovers for Wheel of Fortune on the next gen console on the consoles.
Yeah. So I'll put him in pretty good.
Yeah,
and,
pretty good. I think he has more work in the game show industry. After America Says gets the axe, he has more work.
Yeah. Okay, next up we got Dick Clark, who was the host of American Bandstand and then did a show called Pyramid for 15 years.
Oh, Dick Clark's easily an A++. Like, it's
I agree.
Not really a discussion.
And I wonder where David went to.
Yeah, that's a good question. Where did our clout buddy go? But
Yeah. All right, next up we got let's do here's one. Burt Parks. Burt Parks, have you ever seen the Hollywood Squares pilot he did?
yeah,
that was rough. I think he belongs in I don't know if based on Hollywood Squares, I would say suckish.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, and at the request of Alex Perez, he sent me this.
What does that say?
It says nom nom nom. I'm chewing my gum. It was pizza, but I appreciate the thought, Alex. Okay. Next up, we have Tom Bergeron from Hollywood Squares, America's Funniest Videos, and at least one other show. Is he A++ worthy, or is he pretty good? And Tom does have the reputation for doing a lot of things at once. Like, that was the title of Tom's book, was called "I'm Hosting as Fast as I Can."
like 5 times.
I think Tom's A+ worthy, but what do you guys say?
Oh, easily. Tom is the closest. Tom is the closest thing that will get to a modern day Bill Cullen, like easily.
Okay. Yeah, I can see
next
that.
up, Bill Rafferty. Now, when it comes to Bill, I feel like he always got the short end of the stick because he hosted two short-lived revivals of shows. One was Card Sharks and the other was Blockbusters, and neither of them lasted longer than like 1 or 2 years. And late in life, and Bill Rafferty later in life was on infomercials and Republican TV channels. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I think Bill belongs in the not bad or underrated because he is underrated because not many people get to see it.
I do feel he is underrated. I like Bill's style. Instead of normally a host would be like, "Oh, this car is pretty. Like, look at this car; it's pretty nice." Bill would straight up go, "I have a daughter who would give up puberty for a car like this." Like, you don't get that.
Yeah, he had a specific style. I know that much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's do another host from the United Kingdom. We got Mr. Chris Tarrant from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Where would you guys put Chris?
Oh, pretty good. I would say pretty good.
Okay.
There's this interview with Tarrant and Regis because Tarrant once came over to the U.S. So he had an interview on Regis and Kathy Lee.
Oh.
And there's this moment. They play this moment from Tarrant's version of Millionaire in the UK. And the way he puts the contestant through the ringer on a question is just it's intense.
And Chris would always say, but we don't want to give you that. And credit to Chris for dealing with Charles Ingram on the show.
Yeah.
Okay, next up we got Bob Saget. He hosted a little show on NBC called 1 vs. 100. The show was it's a good show on paper, but I feel like Bob was just a bit, I don't know, stiff on the show sometimes. But
no,
I
liked Bob. I liked Bob on 1 vs. 100. I thought he was really good.
we can put him pretty good. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, Steve Harvey, who's hosted Family Feud for the last 150 years, it feels like.
Well, he's the longest tenured host. Like, he's the longest
That's true,
tenured
yeah.
host. The only reason I don't put him in A++ is because of the way that people. It's because of three things. One, the show is overrun to death.
Oh wait, no. I thought that was. Oh.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there is a such thing as too much feud, even though.
But that's not Steve Harvey's fault. That's Game Show Network's fault.
Mm-hmm. But not only that, but like I feel like Harvey, he doesn't have it in him as much as he used to anymore.
How about you, David? I think Steve Harvey's A++.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, 2-1. We're gonna leave that there. Next up, we got Brooke Burns from Dog Eat Dog and the Chase and some other show. Where would we put her?
Pretty good, I would say. Pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Now, by looks, I'd put her A++, but that's another thing.
Oh.
All right, next up we got let's go with Chris Harrison. Now, I always felt that Chris was the best of the post-Meredith hosts of Millionaire because you had Cedric the Entertainer, then you had Terry Crews, and there might have been somebody else. But I feel like Chris was the most game show hosty out of all of them. We've gone fast there. So where would we put Chris Harrison? I think he's at least pretty good.
Yeah. Chris Harrison, he's one of the best players of emotion, and I think he really does that. And I think in Millionaire, he did that well.
Right.
So I think pretty good is good.
Okay. Next up, David, pay attention. Who do we got? The Mike Richards. Now, I always, before Mike Richards got in trouble for his thing, I always said that I would be so happy if Mike Richards got the hot job hosting Jeopardy. What was I thinking? And we even called the episode of Lock It In something something. And is Mike Richards in Jeopardy?
Oh, yeah.
It's like we predicted the future almost.
Yeah,
But,
we did.
You know, I would well, undivided, I would say Mike was A+++. But when you average that out with another show he did and then something else, where would we put it?
Mike, to me, is not bad.
Okay. How about you, David?
A++.
Let's put him at pretty good, just to average it out. Yeah, there you go. I said the new chain reaction in is Mike Richards in Jeopardy. I was right. Okay.
No. Anyway.
Next up, we got Kennedy. She hosted a little show called Friend or Foe, and now she's a host of her own self-titled show on the Fox Business channel. Fox Business isn't as bad as Fox News because at least with Fox Business, they're saying good stuff about the vaccines. So. Yeah, that's true. Like, you ever heard of Neil Cavuto? Neil Cavuto, he was talking about how he got the COVID shot, but he still got the virus, but it wasn't as bad because of it. And some people were writing him hate mail. Like, come on, people.
Oh, God.
So I think
Really?
Kennedy is at least not bad or underrated because she brought her own sense of style to that Friend or Foe show.
That is true.
Okay,
Hate mail.
Yeah. Oh, Bill Cullen. I think that's an obvious A++.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's obvious.
If we don't know who Bill Cullen is, then you're under the rock.
And you're not a game show fan at all.
Is Ralph Edwards on the list?
Is who?
Ralph Edwards?
No, don't think so.
Oh.
All right. Next up, we got one of my favorite people, Chuck Woolery.
Where's the problem?
I was the host of Lingo, and Chuck Woolery, he had his own reality show called Chuck Woolery Naturally Stoned.
Oh man.
Now, it would be interesting if GSN did the thing where, like they did with Chain. It would be nice if it would be crazy if GSN did the same thing they did with Lingo, where they brought back the show with the old host just with gray or bald or whatever, like they did with Dylan Lane. But I feel like nowadays Chuck, he'd get crucified for what he thinks. So
No,
I think
he get crucified for hosting a show nowadays, mainly because he's too politically toxic. But
yeah,
and that's honestly the only thing that I would hold him against for putting him in the top tier. If he didn't have all that political stuff behind him, he's top tier. But because
he'd be A++.
Yeah, but because he has all this political stuff, which affects his ability to host a show.
Oh, you muted yourself, Paige. Hold on. I think Chuck Woolery stole his microphone connection.
Yes, no.
Yeah, I agree. If it wasn't for all that controversy he did with, the former president even retweeted one of Chuck's tweets about the coronavirus. and he was on the news. All the game show people were saying, "Oh my God!" Look, they put a picture of Chuck Woolery because they said Donald Trump retweeted something from a former game show host. Who is this guy? But nonetheless, if I ever met Chuck Woolery, I'd give him a big bear hug and tell him how much I love Lingo. I don't care. Okay.
I want him on Chilling3000. Stuff.
Oh, that'd be great.
Imagine having Donald Trump on here.
Oh no. Okay, next up we have Mr. David Ruprex. David hosted a show called not Top Tier Drop, but Supermarket Sweep. I tend to get those confused. And if you recall correctly, a story emerged amongst us where David Ruprecht said that some people slide in his Facebook DMs asking for feet pics.
Oh my god.
And I am pretty sure I know who it was. I think we all do. I shared the article on my Facebook page, and a big discussion happened, and it was very funny. So, I think we'll put David Ruprex, at least pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good's good.
Let's put.
We just comment, Danny.
Yes, I would agree. Well, I know the second one probably would, but Rulery, we would have to. I mean, Adam Worksell interviewed Chuck, and he's still doing that show. Okay.
Oh yeah, now he's supposed to be going into actual people's homes for this upcoming season.
Oh really?
Oh yes.
I didn't know that.
I actually seen that. I actually seen that commercial before.
His game show host that we have Mr. John O'Hurley pictured here, and character is J. Peterman on Seinfeld. He hosted. Most people know him for hosting Family Feud for a few years, but he actually hosted a short-lived version of To Tell the Truth, which I didn't know about for a while. I feel like with Feud, he had more time to. I don't know.
His hosting developed more.
Yeah, he had more time to develop on Feud as opposed to Tell the Truth when he was just playing second banana to Paula Poundstone and some other gross celebrities on that show.
But honestly, O'Hurley's pretty good.
I agree.
I can't put him in the same ranks as Ribeiro and Anderson.
Oh
O'Hurley, he's above them. If anything, he saved Feud for the longest time.
True. Until they brought back Bullseye, and then it almost got canceled again, and then they brought Steve Harvey in the mix.
Oh yeah.
Alright, let's see what the next host. We got Bert Convey. Bert was very funny on Super Password and a couple other Win, Lose, or Draw, Third Degree. But Bert he had a tendency to say the password out loud before it was said. So, and that happened. That happened many times on the show. Some people may have speculated that was an early sign of his brain tumor, which he eventually died of. But who knows if that's true? Is Bert I feel like Bert's worthy of being A++. But what do you guys say?
I think so, mainly because lots of Bert's stuff still lives on.
Oh yeah.
That's like one of the big factors I think I'm looking for in A++, if the stuff still lives on.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, next up we got Pat Bullard. He hosted a short-lived version of Love Connection and then Card Sharks 2001.
He's had like 5 shows. Oh man.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, he's had 5 shows.
I didn't know.
And
that.
for each game show garbage induction, every time it says Pat Bullard, Cindy always goes, ah!
Yep. And I'm friends with Pat Bullard on Facebook too.
Suckish is fair.
Where do we put it? Suckish or never host a show again?
I wouldn't say never host a show again because he's not the worst host. Like,
yeah,
he's not abysmal, but he's not really great.
He could be pompous at times, but I would say Suckish too. God, people love me, don't they? That's what he always used to say. He said it at least once. I just remember. That's what Cindy put in the game show garbage intro. Okay, next up we have Elizabeth Banks, who's the current host of not Push Your Luck, Press Your Luck on ABC.
I was supposed to say, we're not doing Filipino shows. So.
No.
We're not a person by the name of Kyle.
So where do we put Brooke Burns? A++ or pretty good?
Brooke Burns. We're talking about Elizabeth Banks.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. they look alike. They look alike. You know, they put them next to each other. Look.
Pretty good. I've been impressed with Elizabeth's hosting on Pressure Luck, so I would say pretty good.
I agree. Yeah. Okay. This guy, that's his Art Fleming. This is Art Fleming. He was the first host of Jeopardy when it started out in the 60s, and I'm pretty sure that was the only show he did. He may have done some pageants, but I think he's at least not bad or underrated.
Mm-hmm. He'll always be overshadowed by Trebek, but He was good. He was good.
All right. Next up, Carney Wilson.
Oh yeah, never host a show again. No.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Carney Wilson. He hosted a version of the Newlywed Game on Game Show Network, and Randy West even was the announcer for it, I believe. And Randy West even told us that that Carney, she wasn't a game show host, but she played one on TV. Yeah, that's the truth. Okay.
Yeah, that's all you need to know.
We'll put Carney Wilson to never host a show again. And then that god awful reality show they tried to do with her called Carney Wilson Unstapled.
Unstapled. Oh my god, yeah.
I occasionally see that show in my nightmares, but anyway.
Huh.
Okay, let's do another GSN guy, D. Ray Davis. He hosted one of my ironically favorite. I like the show ironically because my parents didn't like it, called Mind of a Man, where you would get two women. Yeah, it was always two women contestants to battle it out and answer survey questions that they asked men about. And it was a cheap show. It was a cheap game. It only lasted about 40 episodes, 50 maybe. But later on, D. Ray hosted Hip Hop Squares on I forget which channel, but I thought he did a great job on that show. And I always thought that D. Ray Davis got the short end of the stick when he was a good host. So I think he's
yeah. I feel like D. Ray. I feel like D. Ray has hosting potential to host another show. The only thing holding him back is he just doesn't have much name value. That's it. That's it.
And I virtually none of the celebrities on that show had any name value too. I don't know who any of them were. Okay, next up we got Alec Baldwin. Now we're not gonna talk about what's been going on with him. We're just gonna talk about his hosting on Match Game because he's been doing that for a while. If my former co-host Josh was here, he'd probably put Alec in the Never Host Show Again category. But where would you guys say Alec Baldwin is just as a host?
I would say not bad.
Okay, that's good enough for me.
Probably with this game show host, this you can set this right, like to Facebook.
Yeah, I can.
Okay. Because like there's like Facebook groups and you can like put it.
Oh yeah.
Game show Facebook groups, start debates. That'd be great.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, here we go. Bill Engvall. Bill Engvall hosted a short-lived version of Lingo in 2011. Now the show itself was like, I don't know. It was weird, but I feel like Bill, he still gave it his best shot. So I think he's in the underrated category at least.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, he's not suckish. He's underrated. He could do another. I feel like he could host another show. He's not. I wouldn't say pretty good, considering the fact that like
he was just okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's people that I like more in the pretty good category than Engvall, so that's why.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's see. We'll put Peter Tamarkin, as seen here, face palming after Michael Larson is going for like the 31st spin. So, and Peter, I feel like he could have done at least one more show if he hadn't died on that plane wreck in 2006. But where do we put Peter? A++?
Yeah, A++. Well, his career was very plentiful. And if we're being honest, Press Your Luck Tamarkin version, it still holds up somehow. It still holds
it's
up.
still a cult favorite.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, yes, please A+.
Yeah. Next go with Jeff Foxworthy, another one of the hillbilly redneck comedians who hosted a game show. He hosted Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader, which I used to watch that a lot more, but now it's just kind of meh to me because of the questions. But where do we put Foxworthy? Not bad or pretty good?
Pretty good. I would say pretty good. I like him. I would watch a Foxworthy show over the hosts in the not bad, except for Rafferty. That would be. I think I'd prefer Rafferty over Foxworthy, but I think Foxworthy has had more value to the modern day genre overall than Rafferty ever had at all.
Next up, we'll put someone who hosts the current version of The Weakest Link, Miss Jane Lynch. Now, before she was a game show host, she mentored a bunch of theater kids on a show called Glee. But where did we put Jane Lynch? Pretty good or not bad? Or
Pretty good, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I've seen the episode.
Yep. Good show. She's not quite like Anne Robinson, and that's good too because it doesn't. It
Yeah.
shows because it shows she's not trying to copy the predecessor, which a lot of hosts tend to do. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go with Mr. Pat Sajak. I think he's an obvious A++.
Yeah, it's A++, no question about it.
Yeah.
Yes. Except
Not-
for the controversies that happened with him.
Yeah, people are trying to hate on Pat Sajak, but quit bringing it down. He just keeps coming back up. He's fine. He's
For
fine.
real.
Let's see.
He's one of the greatest hosts of Wheel of Fortune. Please keep him.
Okay.
And
Let's
plus,
go to... Keep going.
Plus, he extended his contract with Wheel of Fortune with Ben Weiss, so that's good.
Next up, we got Jeff Sutfin, who hosted a Nickelodeon game show called Brain Surge and released one other show, I think.
Oh, yeah, he also hosted the short-lived 101 Ways to Leave a Game Show on ABC.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
If there's ever a person that I think that deserved a much longer career in the game show industry, it's Sutfin. Because he's like, if there was anyone who I thought was going to host the revival of Double Dare, it was going to be Sutfin.
Yeah.
But honestly, Sutfin, because Sutfin, in my opinion, not bad.
Okay. I think I'll put him in pretty good, just because I particularly enjoyed his energy on Brain Surge. I don't know why.
Yeah, he was great on Brain Surge.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, and then there's also you can check out I think the Garage Show, something like that with Jeff Sutphin, and he had an episode with Mark Summers, Kirk Fogg, and Phil Moore.
Yeah. Okay, next up we got one of David's favorites, Howie Mandel from Deal or No Deal. Where would we put Howie? Would we put him at A++?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Yeah, I was at my friend James's house, and we were watching the syndicated Deal or No Deal, and because he actually hadn't seen the show before, and he wanted to get a first impression. And he was like, it's a good show. And I'm like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Next up, we got...
What do you think of a Howie Mandel page?
Howie, in my opinion, is... because Howie, I like Howie as a host when it comes in terms of emotion, because I think he's one of the better hosts of playing emotion.
Oh yeah, yeah, and especially it kind of, and he gets you when he says we'll be right back after this commercial. Like he gets you on the edge of your seat and then does that.
Mm-hmm. And also he's a comedian as well, so.
Yes. And Howie he knew how to connect with the contestants on Deal or No Deal, especially when they had a certain story. And he put up with a lot of crazy contestants too, which he doesn't get a lot of credit for.
Yeah.
Like there was one lady who kept wanting to spank him.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
I never. Every time I see that episode, I'm like, oh come on, did she lose? I never liked her. Next up, we got let's do it. Oh, Drew Carey hosted. He's known for Prices Right now, but he hosted. Whose Line Is It Anyway? Where did we put Drew? Pretty good or A+?
Pretty good.
Yeah. A lot of the price purists, they hate his guts. I don't know why. I mean, I know why, but like most of those reasons are just unjustified bias.
Yeah. Here's the thing. If you don't like someone, if you don't like a host or announcer, tell us why with actual reasons, like facts.
And a fanfare also just write a book about it, and never mind.
We used to make a book called 2020-2021, A plus anyway.
And I also like the Drew Carey show. It was a sitcom
Yeah.
that was on ABC. I have a few episodes of it. Well, since we did Drew, let's do the current host of Whose Line Is It Anyway, Aisha Tyler. She's at least not bad. She's not the best.
She's not bad.
Yeah, she's just right. Alright. And next to Craig Ferguson, who was one of my favorite talk show hosts for a while, but Craig hosted a game show called Celebrity Name Game, and he currently hosts another one of our favorites called
The Hustler.
Yes, The Hustler.
I love The Hustler.
I feel like Craig is worthy of A++, but then again, there's some people in the A+ category that have way more experience.
Mm-hmm.
So, pretty good, or?
Yeah, pretty good is good.
Okay. We'll put Craig and Drew over here. Okay. Next up, we got Jim Perry. Now, Paige, didn't you buy one of Jim Perry's books recently?
Yes, there's got to be a pony. I want to buy the Sleeper Awake, the Sleeper Awakens. I want to buy that, but the book is like $700 on Amazon.
What the $700 for a
$700 for a book?
That's used.
Well, it must
On
either be
eBay?
really no Amazon. He said
On Amazon.
Oh,
it must be really rare.
For new, you're paying like $900.
Yeah, if you want to buy an
Come on.
obscure, what kind of book is it? Is it a fiction? Is it what?
It's not a fiction. It's like a
$700. I can get another. Computer I'm using right now. With
the
that
book
same
is The
amount.
Sleeper Awakes: A
How
Journey
dang
to Self-Awareness.
Oh, so is it like a effing self-help book?
Yeah. Well, both
Okay.
of his books are self-help books. but-
Okay, so if it's $700, if you want to buy self-help books written by a Canadian game show host that are obscure and probably
Well, Jim Perry was American, but
he was. Oh, well, he hosted.
yeah, he was born in Michigan, I think.
Shows how much I know, but I know he hosted a few shows in Canada. If I'm not mistaken.
Jim, in my opinion, Jim is A++.
Yeah, I agree.
He's the stereotypical game show host.
Speaking of, next year is our great Canada trip. Andrew
Yes.
Hawkins.
But I think Bob Eubanks had more fun with sharks than Jim did. That's just my personal opinion. Let's see. Oh, okay. Jim Lang, who hosted the dating game for many, many years, and then he hosted a little show called Bullseye.
Bullseye.
Where do we put Jim? Is he A++ or is he pretty good?
Oh man, that's a tough one. Pretty good, yeah.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Let's do Louis Anderson. That's Planet Feud. He hosted. That's my food. And I feel like when he started, everyone wanted Louis to be good, and he was. But I don't know. Towards the end, he just lost.
I didn't like Louis. I didn't like Louis.
Really?
Yeah.
How about you, David?
I mean, I don't know. He's like, he's all right, but it wouldn't be as part of my favorites.
I think I would put him not bad.
Yeah, put it there.
And 1 second.
It's been a second.
Yeah,
And
because I don't want Paige to miss any hosts. Yeah, so all right, folks, what do we think about the tier list we made so far? We're about let me count how many we got. I see that. How many hosts we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26.
Or Danny, I can make this your nickname.
34, 45, 46, 47, 49. We're about halfway done. And we're doing this for the culture.
Mm-hmm.
Feel free to buy your for the culture shower curtains on Redbubble.
Yes.
So, okay, we've got 49 game show hosts done, 51 to go. So.
Wait, how many more? 34?
51 because I made 100.
Halfway through.
Oh, yeah, that's about it.
50 plus 50 is 100, so.
Okay.
Hey Paige, your name is Andrew Naturally Stoned for the culture.
Well, from the looks of it, I'm naturally stoned.
Hi everybody. Okay.
Hi everybody, it's me Andrew Hawk, and I'm someone's no, I'm not gonna say it.
All right, let's see. We got let's do Alan Thicke. He hosted a version of the all new Three's a Crowd, which I also asked Randy about when we talked to him. Alan Thicke. He also didn't he write the music to the Wheel of Fortune theme song?
Yeah, he did.
Okay. Now, personality, he could probably be a jackass, but I think hosting-wise, I think he's at least not bad because I've seen that version. I've seen that version of Three's a Crowd. It was pretty good. Next up, we got Pat Finn hosted Shop Till You Drop, and he also did the
Big Spin.
The Big Spin, and also Joker's Wild 90.
Yep.
I think where is he? Is he not bad, or is he?
Really, he's not bad.
I'd say let's put him at pretty good. Just to average it out.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, we got Jim Peck, who hosted several shows, including the original Three's a Crowd, and Jim Peck he fell down on the stage at least once. And
Danny, Pat Finn hosted the Big Spin, which is how the Mega Spin was made, and that's when a certain someone said, "I use my money for the right causes."
Oh yeah, if it wasn't for Pat Finn, we wouldn't have had that story. Okay, where would we put Jim Peck at, Paige?
Not bad. Kind of the same, kind of like by Rafferty. He's in that same boat, in my opinion.
Okay. Next up, we got
Well, actually, Danny, the Big Spin was way before Pat Finn.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, Ross Schaefer hosted. Most people know him for hosting Match Game in 1990, but he also did a show called Love Me, Love Me Not. And nowadays, Ross is a motivational speaker, and you can follow him on Facebook. So where would you put Ross?
I would put him not bad.
Yeah. I feel he was just right. He wasn't too funny. He wasn't too like someone else. Okay.
Huh.
Larry Miller. Larry Miller, he's a comedian, but he hosted a little puppet show, which was one of my favorites on Games Network called Late Night Liars. It was a weird show looking back on it, but I think Larry did a good job hosting it. Mm-hmm. So where would we put it?
Not bad.
Okay.
Also, the host before Pat Finn was Jeff Edwards.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, Joey Fatone. He's the host of Common Knowledge on the Game Show Network, and he was also the announcer on Family Feud for many years. He also has a hamburger shop in New York called Fat Ones, which is a play on his name. How do you think, Paige and David? Have you ever seen Common Knowledge?
I've seen Common Knowledge. No. He's he's the middle of the road for me.
Yeah. Okay. I agree. All right. Next up, we got Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel hosted a talk show when he had a certain pillow salesman on the show. And now he's the host of. Oh no! And in yesteryear, he was one of the hosts of Win Ben Stein's Money, where he read the questions on that show, and now he hosts the current version.
Millionaire.
Yes, I think Jimmy's at least be good. He's got experience. He's got it under his belt. All right.
Don't forget to get your mind put anyway.
Next up is Mr. John Kelly. The only thing I've known him is a show called Funny You Should Ask, which I'm surprised that show is still on the air because it's a cheap show. The only ones you can win is $5,000, and it's just 6 celebrities. It's like question, joke, answer, you win. But I think it's a not bad show. That's what I'd want to watch.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, not bad. Very middle of the road. Kind of like the show. Next up, let's go to a British game show host. We got Mr. Max Bygraves on Family Fortunes. I don't know. Was he I think he was the second person to host that show over there.
I feel like he was. I really feel like he was the first. I really do.
Yeah.
Okay, it was either him or Bob Monkhouse. I know it was those two, but I forget which one came first. And
also, speaking of Bob Monkhouse,
yeah,
Richard Dawson's first wife actually got into an affair with Monkhouse.
Really?
I just found that out.
I didn't know that. Well, drama's everywhere it goes, right, David? That does make sense, actually. And also, Max Bygraves, he's a double threat because he not only did he host a game show, he also could sing, and he made several albums, which you can find them on YouTube. Type in "Sing Along with Max," and I think he did the Beer Barrel Polka song at least once, so he gets a point for that. Now, Paige, who was the other album? Who was the other host you were listening to that he made an album where he sings his favorite songs?
Oh yeah, Alan Lutton.
Alan Lutton, he made an easy listening album. I have no idea why. I'll have to listen to that soon. But yeah, Max Bygraves.
What's next? I'm gonna make a tier list of polkas singers or something.
I could, but no one would watch. Okay.
I wonder why.
Yeah, because they're all over 80 and don't know how to use a computer. Okay, next to the I think Max Bygraves, he's pretty good. Definitely up on the top row, pretty good up there with Richard Dawson and Chuck Woolery and Jimmy Kimmel. And Max Bygraves had to deal with that guy who said turkey 3 times in Fast Money. Or no, they call it Big Money. Yeah. They don't say Fast Money, they say Big Money. Next up, we got Regis Philbin. I don't really associate being a game show with Regis, but what would you guys say? Was he A++?
Oh yeah, he was definitely A+. He's definitely A++ in my opinion.
Okay.
And then unfortunately, we lost him last year.
Right. Yeah.
That was sad.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, Regis also was a singer at one time. Next up, we got Regis also was a singer at one time. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah. I think Peter was too. Actually.
Oh yeah. Next up, we got the Winker, Mr. Wink Martindale. I think.
Yeah.
Plus.
Oh yeah.
And right now he has a YouTube channel that he uploads script pilots, including the Dear No Dear pilot.
Hold on. Oh.
Y'all know that one.
Yes, I do. Next up, we got Kirk Fogg, who's the host of Legends of the Hidden Temple. Where are we putting him at? Pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good.
All right. Next up, we got another one of my favorite British comedians, Jimmy Carr. He hosted the U.S. version of a show called Distraction.
Yeah, which he also hosted in the UK.
That's true. He did. Yeah. And now, if you're talking about Jimmy Carr's comedy, I would say it's A++++. But David, even for David, it's a bit mature. I wouldn't recommend he watch it. But he's got a few specials on Netflix and Hulu and some places. So where do we put Jimmy?
Don't get me started with Netflix.
Oh, well, not as bad as that one movie.
Don't get me started.
Jimmy Carr, I think he's pretty good. But his jokes are pretty offensive, so if you haven't watched it, your discretion. Okay. Next up, we got Richard Karn, who he always had double the points. I'm gonna triple the points for you. We're all gonna go crazy. I don't know.
I would say for Karn, not bad.
Yeah. He was better than Louis Anderson. I know that much.
Oh yeah, easily. But then again, being better than Louis isn't that hard.
I wonder how everyone felt on. I think everyone on the first day when Richard Karn came on the set, everyone welcomed in, and everyone was so happy that Louis Anderson was gone.
Oh my god!
And Richard also hosted Bingo America for about 2 minutes, but we'll get into that a little later.
Well, I think he hosted Bingo America better than he hosted Feud.
Probably. Next up, we got a person who's interacted with me and David in a little way. It's Mr. George Gray. Now, before he got his big announcing on The Price is Right, he hosted the syndicated version of The Weakest Link. Now,
Bye-bye.
Now, as a host, he had his. I think he's at least. He's like Bill Rafferty because, he was already used to having a big star host the main version of the show, and he was just kind of doing his own thing. So I feel like he's in.
Even though, believe it or not, George actually had more episodes of Link than Ann.
Really? In the United States, I mean.
Yeah, in the U.S., of course. Yeah.
And back in 2020, he gave me a shout out.
Yeah, he said, "Danny Lewis, come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right, and you, Pat Murphy, are the weakest link." That was a good video. That video is gonna be. Okay, next up we got David Letterman. Now, David, he did host a pilot for a show in 1977 called The Riddlers, and I'm pretty sure that's still on YouTube. The pilot itself was pretty bad. I don't know. But I think as a game show host, David Letterman was probably suckish because he was like, I feel like he was just there for the check.
Yeah.
And David was also sucky at playing Pyramid as well. He would always mess up.
David Letterman was made for the race, so Michael says.
Michael, who are you talking about? Who's your Play It colleague that I was making fun of? I must have missed it. Okay, next up we got Miss Elaine Boozler, who hosted a game show called Balderdash, which was semi-based on the board game of the same title. It ran on the PAX network for about 100 shows. Pat Murphy. Yeah, no, it's okay. I was just quoting what George Gray said about Pat in a cameo video he made for us last year. That's all.
Yes.
Elaine Boozler, I feel like she was not bad or underrated, but Balderdash itself was a great show, a great concept. Maybe we could find a way to adapt Balderdash to onto the internet. Paige, what do you think of that show?
It was okay.
Yeah. Had some interesting celebrity guests, I know that. Okay, next up we got Todd Newton. Where do we put Todd? Is he pretty good?
A+.
I would say pretty good.
Well,
yeah. I feel like
I like him. He's very funny, especially when you see him on Price is Right live.
Yeah. Nowadays, Todd, he's in the tattoo business, but and I believe Todd he's from St. Louis. So if I ever run into him, I'll say, hey.
The only reason I put him in pretty good is because he just doesn't have the same caliber as the people in that list.
I agree.
Well, for me, Todd Newton is underrated.
Oh. Well, yeah, we'll put him at pretty good for now. Because he's better than this, not bad.
Yeah, he's underrated.
Alright, let's talk about John Davidson. Now, the picture I used is a picture of him when he was doing the $100,000 pyramid. But when he hosted Hollywood, most people think of John more fondly from the 80s Hollywood Squares.
Mm-hmm.
So, if we were just talking about his performance on Pyramid, I would say suckish. But but you got to put in Hollywood Squares when he did that. So I would say not bad or underrated.
Yeah, I can concede with that.
Okay. Who else we got? That's Meredith Vieira. Where did you put Meredith? Pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah.
About people at the end of the show, don't forget we are doing more prank calls at the end of the show, so stay tuned. Paige, if you can, while we're doing this segment, if we can look up numbers that we can call like for the end of the show while we're doing this.
I'll think about it.
All right. Continue, Teddy.
There's more.
My people.
Let's see. We got one of my favorite people, Jerry Springer. Jerry Springer, the way he hosts his talk show is an A++, but I think Baggage is an A++ show, but I think Jerry Springer. Yeah,
I actually see him in Prices Right Live too. He was very good there.
Oh, you're lucky. If I saw, I don't know what I would do if I saw Jerry Springer in person. Could you imagine?
I did at Price Right Live, but
did you get you didn't get to meet him?
No,
did you? Just no. That would have been. You should have.
Well, I don't know how to. That's the thing.
Yeah, I guess so. It's a bit difficult to just kind of walk up to him at an intermission or something. They probably keep him under wraps backstage. Yeah. Okay, next up we got Michael Berger, who hosted a family challenge after Ray Combs passed away, and then Match Game '98, and then and lately he's been making the circuits, hosting game shows on tour. He did Family Feud live, and I'm pretty sure he's done Price is Right live. So,
but yeah, I think, not bad.
Yeah, not bad on the whole. I would say not bad. Next up, we got Mark L. Wahlberg, who hosted Russian Roulette and The Moment of Truth, one of Pat's favorites, and Antiques Roadshow, and I think a couple other live shows as well. So yeah, Mark is definitely pretty good there. Next up, we got what else we got? Oh, Joel Mchale, current host of Card Sharks. I think he's pretty good. Where'd you put him?
Russell, that is a great game, so.
Yeah. What do you guys think about Joel Mchale? Is he pretty good?
Personally, I would say not bad.
Huh.
Mainly because if I had to choose between him and Rafferty, I'd pick Rafferty.
Really? I'd probably say Joel. And maybe if we're talking like in the decade of the 2020s, I would say Joel would be more suited. But
yeah. Yeah. I'll say
that. Next up, we got Mr. Andrew O'Keefe, who hosted Dale in Australia for many years, and but nowadays he's been arrested at least 3 times for stupid shit, and I'm pretty. Google his name, Andrew O'Keefe. He got arrested last month for some domestic dispute, and there's a picture of him wearing a mask in the jail.
Oh my god!
I was like, oh god, it must be a no deal for Andrew O'Keefe. And I'm pretty sure off screen he was just a douchebag because there was one episode of Deal or No Deal when this contestant at the end of his game he was proposing to his girlfriend and he the guy was on the knee showing the ring and Andrew he just butted in the moment and said, "Will you marry me?" Ha 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 ha! He did it, yeah. And I'm like, "Oh, bro, come on, you interrupted what was supposed to be a special moment." So Andrew O'Keefe, I think all joking aside, pretty good. He could be funny when he's not hitting women or getting arrested. Oh man, they had a lot of fun on that Australian Deal or No Deal, no doubt about it.
Yes.
Okay. Chris Hardwick hosted one of my favorite cable game shows called At Midnight, which it's more of a comedy game than a game show, but I would still count it. And he hosted The Wall, and
Yeah.
he probably did at least something else in the early 2000s, which I forget about on cable. But I think Chris is pretty good. He's definitely got a good broadcasting voice too.
Mm-hmm. That's Michael Sanderson.
Okay. Next up, we got Sarah. This is Sarah Haynes. She's the current host of The Chase on ABC.
Oh yeah.
So I'd say probably not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, she's fine. Next up, we got Graham Elwood, who hosted Cram for 2 minutes in 2003.
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad. In fact, I may have told David this, but one of my customers at the store, he came in and he showed me a TikTok, and it was that same person. It was Graham Elwood.
Oh yeah, you told me about this. Yeah.
Really? Yeah, he was talking about how Graham was talking about he was making fun of anti-vaccine people by saying, "Oh, I'm not gonna wear a seatbelt because it's proven to not be 100% effective." Blah blah blah. And then I told the guy at the store, I'm like, "Oh my god, I know who that guy is. He hosted a game show. He calls Graham." Don't ask me how. Okay. Yeah, Graham will put him in not bad. Graham Elwood, that is. Okay.
It's all good.
Mark Summers, better than Mark the Mark. Where would you put Mark? Is Mark Summers A++ or?
I would say pretty good.
I would say A++.
Yeah, we'll put him A++ just because he hosted Double Dare and some shit on the Food Network, and then Win Tuition, which was another obscure GSN original from the old days. Okay, next up, Danny Bonaducci. He hosted a very, very short-lived game show called Starface. Was it Starface on Game Show Network, and I thought it was terrible. So I would say I'd put Bonaducci in the never host again category.
Okay.
By the way, is Michael Strahan on the list?
Oh yeah, he's here.
Yeah.
He's here.
Good. Good.
Next up we got I'll pick this one. Oh, Gary Moore hosted a lot of shows in the old days, like To Tell the Truth and some other. And where do we put Gary? Is he A++ or is he just pretty good?
I would say pretty good, only because his version of The Tell the Truth just hasn't held up, I don't think.
Right. Nice. Okay, next up we got Patrick You Win Wayne from Tic Tac Toe 1990 with the rapping
y'all.
and the Tic. I would say RTD is probably a better Tic Tac Toe host than Patrick Wayne.
And R.
So, and I think Patrick Wayne, as Cindy Seidelman would say, never host a show again, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fair enough. Next.
Let's pick someone good. Monty Hall hosted Let's Make a Deal for years and years and years and years. Where do we put him?
Okay. Yeah. Top tier.
A top tier? Okay. Yeah, he paved the way for it anyway. Let's go with Sherry Shepard. She was better than Carney Wilson. She at least made that version.
Yeah.
She made it watchable.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, not bad. Watchable. But better than Pat Bullard by a long shot. Let's see who's over here. Oh, Tom Kennedy, A++. No doubt about it.
Yep, easily.
Noel Edmonds, who hosted Deal or No Deal in the UK for £250,000.
Pretty good. I love Nolan. That's one of my
Yeah.
favorites.
Yeah.
I
Leah
should do that.
Remini, who hosted. What were you saying, David?
I should do another gameplay of Deal or No Deal UK.
Oh yeah. Next up, Leah Remini. I don't know. I would say. Well, Paige, what would you say?
Yeah, she's not bad.
Okay. She's better on the King of Queens, but that's bad people bustlers. I don't think she's that friendly. Anyway. Who's that? Oh, okay. Michael.
I think I sing that cake, so.
Yeah. Oh, the King of Queens, you mean?
Yeah, I think so.
That's alright. Michael Strahan.
A former NFL player and now on
Pretty good. Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah.
former NFL player and now on Good Morning America.
Yeah.
And
I
also
know
Pyramid.
Josh would also put Strahan at the never host again category, probably most likely.
Oh
Okay.
come on! Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yes. Just listening to an old podcast called The Pyramid of Pyramid Host, where we had a very special guest on that show. Next up, we got Clive Anderson, who hosted the UK version of Whose Line Is It Anyway? I think he's at least pretty good. He was way funny on that show. Next up, we got Leslie Jones, who currently hosts Supermarket Sweep. Where would we put Leslie?
I would put her not bad.
Not bad, yeah. But Leslie Jones. But one thing Leslie Jones did A++ that's not game show related was she played the news journalist Gayle King in the Saturday Night Live R. Kelly interview sketch, which was hilarious. I'll talk about that another time. Okay, next we got Ben Glebe from Idiot Test. He's a pretty funny guy.
Yeah, I would say underrated.
Underrated.
I want to see more of this guy in game shows.
And let me just count up how many we got here. 1, 2, 3. 4,
I think
5.
we're at least on 90. I think
11 plus 9 is 20 plus 33. That's 53, 55, 77 plus 7 is 84. Plus 6 is 90. Yep, you're right. 90 out of 100. Okay, 10 more.
Yeah, I've been counting. All
right, let's go in order, shall we? Okay, next up, John Bowser from Shannon hosted the Hollywood Squares portion of the Match Game Hollywood Squares Hour. I feel like he could host the show, but it just has to be about rock music. So we're not. Well, we won't put him in Never Host the Show again. We'll put him at Suckers because he could
Fair
be
enough.
He could be stale at times, and he's certainly not underrated. Yeah. But make sure to.
It's overrated.
Yeah, but John Bauman's Twitter, on the other hand, A++. He's a very good. He knows what he's talking about. Okay, next up, Bill Dwyer, who hosted the gay version of I've Got a Secret in 2006 on the Game Show Network. I'd say he was okay, not bad, right?
Okay.
Next up. Les Dennis, who hosted Family Fortunes for 15 years. He hosted it for 15 years. That's Steve Harvey has yet to host Feud for 15 years. So I think Les Dennis definitely pretty good.
Speaking of Steve Harvey, you can listen to his morning show.
Oh yeah, I'll listen to that when I go to sleep. Poor Steve Harvey. He's probably super stressed out from all this shit he's got. Okay, next up we got Jeff.
But then again, his schedule might be more organized.
Right. Okay, Jeff Edwards. Where would we put him?
Who?
Jeff
as
Edwards.
much as I would love to put him in A++,
yeah, I would say the same thing.
Into this category of modern day, like just not being memorable at all.
Huh.
I mean, he was great on the Big Spin.
Like, don't get me wrong, I love Jeff Edwards as a host, I really do. But I can't put him in A++, mainly because I see the host in A++, and you immediately think of, okay, these people are well known in mainstream.
Yeah.
Jeff isn't in that category.
Yeah. Okay, next up we got Patrick Duffy, who was the first host of Bingo America on GSM. What do you think? Was he suckish, or was he so suckish that he should never host the show again?
I don't think I want to see another Duffy show.
Yeah, me neither. Okay, next up, Peter Marshall from Hollywood Squares.
Easily A++.
Oh, of course, yeah. He also hosted a show on PAX called the Reel to Reel Picture Show, which I'm pretty sure most of the contestants.
And then I think he also hosted a show called Yahtzee too.
Yahtzee. That show was terrible, but Hollywood Squares, Peter Marshall, A++. Next up, we got Chuck Barris. I associate him more with being a producer than a host, but he did host the Gong Show, when he had a lot of freaks and funny people on that show. Where do we put Chuck Barris?
Not bad.
Not bad.
I put him in not bad, mainly because I feel like Barris wouldn't even want to classify himself as a host.
True.
So yeah.
Terry Crews from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. He's very funny as the dad on Everybody Hates Chris, but where do we put Terry? Not bad or underrated?
I wasn't a big fan of Terry Crews' Millionaire.
Really?
Everybody Hates Chris. Well, at least it was the album Chris.
Oh, right. Yes, he did do All Star Blitz. Yeah, I forgot that. That's a good point. That was a good show. It was basically Hader and Quigley. They did a bunch of shows that had elements of Hollywood Squares. You had Battle Stars, you had All Star Blitz, you had I think there was a pilot for a show called Celebrity Secrets, which the 2-minute version of it is on John Ritchie's YouTube channel. Yeah, I don't know. So I think Terry Crews probably not too bad. Not too bad. All right. Oh, Paul Rodriguez. He was the host of the Newlywed Game for a short while in the late 80s.
I would put him at suckish.
Okay.
Mainly because he did get better as the show went on. He actually got pretty better.
Yeah. I want to see Gabriel Iglesias host the game show. That would be interesting. And last, but certainly not least, we have Brady the Brady. Not Tom Brady, but Wayne. Wayne Brady. Where do we put Wayne? I think
pretty good is fine.
Okay.
Tom Brady, my favorite football player of all time.
Huh. Yeah, Wayne Brady, he's like a quadruple threat because he sings and dances and hosts a game show and can do improv on Whose Line Is It Anyway, and he's just all over the place. Truly remarkable. Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, that is your game show host tier list. So what were you guys thinking of my picks? Were you surprised at some of them that I was able to drag out, or were there any ones I forgot?
Well, for one, Bruce
Forsyth, though. Yeah. Nice to see you. To see you, nice.
Yes.
Let's see.
Years later, we still have people asking, what does that even mean?
Yeah.
I forgot to put Howard Stern. Well, he did a few game show parodies. He did a parody of Matt's game, Hollywood Squares, on his silly little cable show, which Gene Rayburn was a part of, as a matter of fact.
Like I said, he thought Chuck Berry was going to be a plus because the fact he paved the way for Chuck as well.
The story of Jack Berry is EA++, but I feel Jack Berry, the host, doesn't really live up to it because if we're being honest, Joker's Wild is pretty much extinct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Richard Dawson deserves to be A++.
Well, if we put
Yeah.
Harvey there, Dawson should be there.
Yeah. yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, well, stay tuned next week when we do a tier list of all the girls David.
Don't forget to save the Game Show host this picture.
Oh, of course, yeah. And next week we're gonna do a tier list of all the rappers that David listens to. No, I'm just kidding. Jim Lang, where do we put Jim? We put Jim at the top of pretty good.
Jim was pretty good.
Yeah.
More for the same reason Jack Barry's in pretty good.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think it's time, folks. It's time. Oh, I was on my sunglasses. It's time to get serious, folks.
It's about to get real.
Oh yeah. Prank call time. So, do you have a phone number ready?
I do not. I'm gonna step out for a second. I don't actually feel like doing prank calls right now.
Do you want to, Danny?
Not really. I'm kind of all energized out from that.
Yeah, that tier list took a lot.
Well, why not we play a little game of you still have that person that got a game thing?
Oh yeah. Well, let me.
We can play that. Oh, Michael said this.
Yeah, I was thinking. I thought about Joe Garagiola, but he's more of like a. I don't really. I don't know. I just didn't think about it.
All right, let's play some press luck. I'm actually. By I invited Michael on for the press luck, so.
Okay.
I want to do the whammy press luck mode. But that was
good. I got the picture.
Okay, that's good.
Let me send it in the.
Put it on the channel chat on my server.
Okay. Yeah, it took me a while to find all those hosts. It took me until like 11:30 p.m. last night to organize it, and shit. It was good.
What did Michael say? Oh. That's why Michael, he's in the voice call. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, that percent the game's into this, but Mouse. Come on. Come on. There we go. Alright, it's time to push. No, press it.
Caress your duck. The price is wrong. The price is wrong, bitch.
Oh my god, that debate. Excuse me.
Oh yeah, that was some debate.
Especially with that crew.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright. Now we're all gonna be playing for let's see, who's gonna
I'll send you something, Danny. Hold on.
Okay. Paige, which game show host do you want to represent on Press Your Luck?
Oh man, that's a tough one. Let me see. I guess I'll represent Dick Clark. Why not? Shit.
Okay, Dick Clark. And David, which one do you want?
I would say Donald Trump, but no. I would say Peter tomorrow.
Peter tomorrow. Okay, yeah, because he hosted Pressure Luck anyway, so that'll make sense. Okay.
And yeah.
Okay, so here we go. Alright, here we go. Let's play some Push Your Luck.
What's the whammy version?
Yeah. So David's gonna be Peter, Paige is gonna be Dick Clark, and I'm Mike Richards.
All right.
Here we go.
Wait, do the whammy round.
The whammy round. Okay.
Yeah, it's Peter. All right.
Okay, David, you're tied for first place. What do you want to do?
Press my luck.
Okay.
And stop.
Stop at Tree Fitty. Okay, Paige, you're representing Dick Clark. What would you like to do?
All right, let's go.
The nameplates, they're so small, you can only see Ick Clark on the thing.
Stop.
Stop at 500 and another spin. So, do you want to take that extra spin or do you want to freeze?
Let's take it.
Okay.
Stop.
Stop at $300. Okay.
Mm.
Mike Richards, you are currently in last place. That's fitting. I'm gonna press my luck. Let's go, Mike, not Brandon.
Oh.
You got it. Now we made a must online. We're gonna add some more whammies to the board. Okay, David, which one do you want? Pressure luck or freeze? You're in last place.
Press my luck.
Okay.
Oh, I put that picture on tier list of the 25. Stop.
$500. Okay. Okay, Paige, what would you like to do?
Let's go.
All right.
Stop.
Stop at $500. Okay. You know what? Mike Richards, he wants to freeze. He wants to be different. Okay, David, which one would you like to do?
Press my luck.
All right. Caress your duck.
Stop.
Oh, whammy.
This is rigged.
If only there was an episode of Push Your Luck when Peter Tamarkin could have played the game. Okay,
Oh my god.
Well, Paige, it looks like you're the only one in the game.
I'm gonna freeze.
Alright, good choice.
Freeze. Peter to market point impressive. That would have been something. All right, time for round number 2.
Alright. Are we doing the spin round, right?
Yeah. Remember you used to play press it up with this person I'll put in the private chat?
Let's see. Oh, of course, yeah.
I know who it is. Yeah.
Alright.
Actually, that was not who I was expecting, but about right.
Let's play. Welcome to the spin round. Okay, David, keep going.
Stop.
Stop it. 3
Ooh.
spins. Nice. Okay, Paige, it's your turn.
Okay. Stop.
Stop at 1 spin and spin again.
Damn.
Stop.
Stop at 1 spin. Okay. Let's get a spin for Mike Richards and stop. 1 spin. That's good enough for me. Okay. David, question number 2. Let's get it.
Stop.
Stop at a spin. Okay. It's your turn, Paige.
All right. Let's see. Stop.
Stop at a spin. Mike Richard. Stop. All right, David.
And stop.
Stop at a spin. Okay.
Stop.
Stop at 1 spin and spin again.
You know who else you forgot to
Stop.
put on the list?
Who, David?
John Cena.
Nah, he's not a game show host.
Well, he's Wipeout, so
Wipeout. Well, that's debatable. Back to David.
stop.
Stop at 1 spin and you get to spin again.
Stop.
1 spin and spin again.
Stop.
Oh,
Wow.
David. Very nice. Okay, Paige.
All right, let's continue. Stop.
Stop at a spin. Let's get a spin. Stop. Stop at 3 spins.
Where's somebody? Oh yeah, mine too.
Okay, so David has Peter Tomarkin. You got 10 spins and no bucks. What do you want to do? Pressure, luck, or pass?
All right. Hey, Jordan, I'm doing good. Press my luck.
I'll be doing good, Jordan, if you can buy a For the Culture merch or whatever.
Yes, please, dude. Stop.
Stop at $3,000 and a spin. Okay, David. Still 10 spins. What do you want to do?
Press my luck.
Okay.
Stop.
Stop at a trip to Scotland. Yeah, you could
Scotland.
maybe go run into the host from Deal or No Deal Australia there, but 57.76, 9 spins. Push your luck or pass.
Press my luck.
Alright.
Hope you're doing good, Jordan. By the way, and stop.
Oh, stop at a whammy. That's the Tarzan whammy. That's okay, David. You still have you got 8 spins, but no bucks. But you can rebuild it. So what do you want to do? Push your luck or pass?
Press my luck.
All right.
If this
And don't
gets
forget that lose the whammies out there too.
That's true. Stop.
Stop at a trip to New York.
Okay.
You could visit Michael Bombardier.
And Mr. Gabriel.
Let's do it. And just like that, David, you're back in first place. 7 spins. What do you want to do?
Press my luck.
All right.
Stop.
Stop at 750 and a spin. Still have 7 spins. What would you like to do?
Press the luck. Press my luck. Excuse me. And stop.
Stop at a trip to New Orleans. You could go visit Torrey Trahan. I don't know how close he is there.
Oh
Oh, look
my
at that.
God.
$15,000 is on the board, people. That could get you higher. Okay, David. $5,600, 6 spins, first place. What would you like to do?
Price my duck.
Yeah, one more time. That's the spirit.
Stop.
Stop at $1,400. Okay, now you got $7,000 even. 5 spins. Press your luck or pass. If you pass, they will go to Page.
Whew. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pass them.
Okay. Gotta pat. Now we go to Mike Richards with 6 spins. It should say Richards, not Richard. I don't understand. 1,500. Let's go. All right, I'm Mike Richards, and I want to get $15,000. $750 on a spin. All right, we can do it. $22.50, still in last place. Let's keep going. Gotta keep going. Stop. Let's go with 1,500. Let's keep playing. Stop. Oh, I know what I'm picking. $15,000. $18,750. I'm gonna keep going. Let's go for 20 grand. Here we go. Stop. Pick a corner again. Oh my goodness. What's going on? David? Did you get mic'd? What's the problem?
This is red.
Okay. Okay, David, show the screen again. Let's get a bedroom set. Alright, now I'm at 21 grand. Yeah, keep me right there. No. I'm gonna pass to David.
Okay.
Okay, David, you got 3 spins. Keep going.
Stop.
Stop at 22.50. Okay. 92.50. 2 spins. 2 spins. You got to keep playing.
Stop.
Stop at $800. Okay. 10,050. 1 spin left. You must take. Good luck.
Stop.
500 and a spin. Okay. You got an extra spin.
Pass it.
Pass it? Are you sure?
Yes.
So that it goes back to me. Okay. Here we go. We need some big money now. 1,000 and a spin. Is this gonna be another spin battle, people? Yeah, pass it back to David.
This is gonna be the spin people. Stop.
Stop at 2 grand. Okay. We now go to Page.
Boy.
We gotta get 5 spins out of the way that you must take.
All right, here we go.
Stop.
Stop at 2 grand.
Rick.
4 let go.
Stop.
Stop at $600. Okay. 4,900.
Okay. Stop.
Stop at 2 grand again. Okay. Now you're at 6,900.
Look at my mullet.
2 go to go.
Look at my mullet.
Look at your mullet, yeah.
Stop.
Stop it. Move 1 space to 500 and a spin or a Wagon Trails tour.
Let's go Wagon Trails.
That's valued at $2,236. Now you're at 9,136. You're trailing David by 3,400, but you still got 1 spin you must take.
All right.
Good luck.
Let's see. on. Stop.
Stop it. Oh, whammy. Oh, tough luck. That's okay. It's only your first whammy.
Yes.
But the good news is you got a big 8 spins. That's a lot of spins. You can make it up. You can make a lot up in that much. So what would you like to do?
Let's go.
All right.
Yeah, he has to be 12,000. My total.
Stop.
Stop at $600. Okay. 7 spins. So what would you like to do?
Let's keep going.
Okay.
Stop.
Stop at $750. Okay. 1350, 6 spins, plus your lucky pass.
Let's keep going.
All right.
Okay. Stop.
Stop at 1,000 and a spin. Okay. 2350, you still got the same 6 spins.
All right. Keep going.
Okay.
Stop.
Stop at 700 and a spin. Okay. 3050, you still have 6 spins, but you're still trailing behind by a lot. So what would you like to do?
Keep going.
All right.
Come on, Paige.
Stop.
Stop at a trip to Disney World. That's worth
We're going to
1,800.
Disney. We're going to Disney World.
To see it's a small world. Okay, 5
Oh my
spins.
We gotta keep going.
You gotta kick. Okay, good luck.
Small world, that right, or whatever that was.
Stop.
Stop at $500. Ooh. 5430, 4 spins. How would you like to do?
We gotta keep going.
All right. Good luck.
Stop.
Stop at 2250. 7680. You're almost behind by 4870. 3 spins. What would you like to do?
Let's keep going.
All right.
Stop.
Stop at 1,000 and a spin.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. David doesn't like the small world ride. That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Okay. Keep
All
going.
right, keep going.
I'll save that later on.
All right. Keep going, Paige. You said.
Yep.
All right.
All right. Stop.
Stop at 750 and a spin. Okay, little by little, you're keeping those spins. 9430, you're behind David by $3,120, but you still have 3.
Keep going.
Keep going. Oh my god.
Stop.
Stop at a whammy.
Oh. No, but you were $2,000 away.
All right. What would you like to do? You got 2 spins.
Let's keep going.
Keep going. Okay. Good luck.
Please get that 5,000 in a spin.
Stop.
Stop at 750 and a spin.
Let's keep going.
Keep going.
You only have 2 whammies, so.
Stop.
Stop at 750 and a spin. We're gonna be here. We're probably gonna be here the next 2 hours. Watch it. You got keep going. Oh my god! How much longer can we do this?
Oh God, it's horrendous.
Stop.
Stop at 750 and a
Oh
spin.
my god.
3 in a row. How about that?
Oh my God, it's horrendous.
Keep going. Okay, Mr. Larson.
I swear.
Stop.
Stop at $1,500. All right, here's what we can do. You'll have to get something that gives you just a spin to stay in the game. If not,
Hey, that shouldn't be hard.
huh?
That shouldn't be hard.
All right. So what do you want to do? You want to go for it?
Go for it.
All right. Oh, who's gonna win? Probably me.
Okay, let's see. Stop.
Stop at a whammy.
Oh.
I am the big winner. Congratulations, Mike Richards. You win.
Mike Richard.
I've won $15,000 in cash
How wonderful.
and a bedroom set worth $24.99. Okay. Combined with a $47.50 in cash more, it makes a grand total of $22,249. Peter Tamarkin and Dick Clark, we had to say goodbye, but today you'll be leaving us. Oh, okay. That must have been from the last game. And Dick Clark, you won't be leaving empty-handed. We have some party gifts for being on our show. They include a $25,000 pyramid board game. GG.
GG. That was thrilling.
Well, I couldn't.
The one time I actually needed to hit something with additional spin, I didn't do it.
Yeah.
I thought you recognized the patterns there for a second.
That would have been funny.
But we did one time. With the
Robbie.
Yeah. Robbie Lawrence. But yeah, as for that it's another small world thing, like I went to Disney World back in 2016.
Yeah.
And there's one ride that I did not like. It was called It Is a Small World. And that ride was so and boring. I couldn't handle like. I mean, yes, the area was cool, but at the same time, it was very slow. It felt like 45 minutes. Me in a boat,
And you had to listen to that song. It's a small world after all.
And I had to be there like it was on water, I believe, and like I mean it's always on water, and like we had to. Oh my god! Like I don't I don't usually don't like rides, but if there's one ride I don't like, it'll be that one.
That's funny.
If I go to Disney World again, I'm not going on that ride. I'm not going on it.
Really? Hold on. Let me write that down. Way to torture David. Play the It's a Small World song on the accordion. Okay.
No, ways to torture David. Take David on the ride.
Well, maybe we can do that when we go to Canada if there's a amusement park up there that has it, you know.
Well, that's after we go Andrew hunting.
Yes. Well, that's almost 2 hours. Time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it?
Oh my god. Time flies when anyway, yeah, time flies like how you make some great posts on Twitter.
Yeah, if you follow me on Twitter, you can make your own game show host tier list if you want.
Yes, but as for It's a Small World, right? I did not like it. I really didn't like it.
I never actually ran on the ride, but I've just heard the song a bunch of times.
I forget how long that was because it felt like 45 minutes. It was
45 minutes. Holy hell. What the hell?
Oh man.
I felt that one. I'm gonna look that up. How long is that? How long is that ride? How long? 13 minutes.
Wow, it made 13 minutes feel like 45.
Yeah, I can't say that I would want to listen to that song for.
If anything, I feel like that would be the plug for Viagra.
That was just boring. I'd rather go. I'd rather play I'd rather stream for 15 hours than that one.
Nice.
But yeah, that's gonna end for this episode of Chilling3000 Hangouts number. Oh, hold on, I'll give Paige some time.
Okay.
I'm not gonna see what happened. I'm not wait. Now of course we did the 100 games to host this. Do you have any topics in mind?
Nah.
Then we came up with something, but like what? At the
Oh yeah,
beginning?
I know. I picked up a magazine at Walgreens today.
Yeah,
That's
and
P Apple magazine with Alex Trebek remembering Jeopardy's beloved host, and Ken Jennings had some insight into writing it. Shows some history in the shows he hosted before Jeopardy, like Classic Concentration, and a few shows he did in Canada. So
I mean, I see look into the game shows he hosts in Canada.
like, hold on, let me show off one of the pictures of him from. Here it is. I mean, look at that. That doesn't. That's Alex for you right there. He's singing a song on some
Wow.
Canadian bandstand show when he was like 24 years old.
What year was that?
1964.
1964. Interesting. Um, there's actually one more topic I want to go over, and that is YouTube.
Oh, YouTube.
Can you please read that article that's on the
well, let's see.
it's on that Jeffrey sent.
Yes.
Credit to him, by the way.
YouTube is gonna start hiding the dislike count to get rid of creator harassment. Let's see. I wonder why.
Oh, is there more in the article?
Well, I'm trying to pull up the article. Oh, here we go.
Oh,
YouTube is giving a thumbs down to its long-standing dislike feature in an effort to thwart dislike attacks on creators. YouTube said that starting Wednesday, November 10th, it will start hiding public dislike counts. The change will roll out gradually across the entire platform. However, the dislike button will remain. You can still dislike videos, but you won't be able to see how many it does. 3 years ago, YouTube itself was targeted by the most massive dislike attack in its history, the 2018 YouTube Rewind. Oh god, I remember that. Set the record for the most dislikes of any video on the platform. Wow, and I remember when Justin Bieber's Baby song had a bunch of dislikes.
oh my god.
That was crazy. So it's another one small step for YouTube, but one big step towards its downfall.
For real. I mean,
Yeah.
why does YouTube like is this really necessary?
I don't know.
People can just like hide the like and dislike button on YouTube Studio like I do.
Yeah.
Like it's not that hard. YouTube is just making itself more guilty by hiding it after this 2018 rewind.
Yeah. I want Paige to come back so he can tell us about that one thing. Yeah.
I mean, I tried messaging him on Messenger, but for some reason, I don't know if it's Wi-Fi issues or
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure. What projects do you have coming up on your channel?
hopefully our best of 2021 special. And we'll put in a few things there.
Is that like do you have anything else planned?
What's that?
Do you have anything else planned?
Nah.
Oh yeah, tell us about the tier maker.
Oh yeah, we
Um,
gotta. Well, we would have done it if we wouldn't have done it on this stream. We would have done it tomorrow for
oh,
Tier Maker Thursday. But I'll come up with another idea where we can do it on my page on my channel all the time. So,
tier maker Tuesday and Thursday.
maybe. Yeah.
I might do tier maker Friday, but that'll be like at the end of the year or something. Yeah, unfortunately we couldn't do phone calls tonight, but we'll do it maybe on next week.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the episode of Chilling3000 Hangouts when I was screen sharing something and then my messenger popped up. I can't find that episode.
And it was on the show.
I'm pretty sure it was.
I think it might be before episode 100 Rank and Rave.
Yeah. We'll see.
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, well, I thought it was.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, folks, 7 more weeks until 2022.
Yes. Hard to believe. I hope in 2022 the coronavirus is more wiped out. I know it's
still going to be around. I mean, in the winter and fall, people get more sick, and it's still going to be out there. People saying, "Oh, hopefully 2022 will be no more COVID," but the thing is, it's still going to be out there. I mean, that's what happens with viruses and politics, but that's a different story for another time. Well, speaking of that, earlier today I was, looking up stuff, and apparently my school, Wi-Fi pages having Wi-Fi issues.
Oh, okay. Well, at least they didn't happen when we were doing the tier list.
Coming back on. We are. What I was saying was, I was looking up, seeing what's happening on YouTube, Facebook, and see if there's any news, or about stuff. I mean, yes, I don't look at the news, but that's mostly like CNN, CB, um, those type of news. But when I was looking up on YouTube, um, I see that some news. That's also on Google. That let me go to the chat and um because I posted the video there. When I saw this, I'm just like, you gotta be kidding me. Boston school returns to remote learning amid COVID-19 outbreak.
Ugh.
Like I said, people, if they think hopefully next few years COVID will be gone, it's still gonna be out there. Boston school returns to remote learning amid COVID-19 outbreak, and I'm just like in my head, you gotta be kidding me, because I mean, yes, I feel bad for it. I mean, it could happen to my school at any time. Um, but no matter what, I am not. If it happens, like the outbreak of my school, I am not doing the remote learning. I'm just not.
Wow.
You know why? Because I have to be here with my family doing it, and it's just ridiculous. Wi-Fi issues. Um, what else? Look at a lot of tech. Just my sleep
Yeah.
schedule and everything else. Well, not
Right.
right just that, but it's just how it goes. But about that, um, like, why do they have to do this like quarantine 2 weeks thing?
I
Like,
don't know.
I mean, look, COVID-19 is like, I might explain this on the next episode too. Who knows? Just unless or wait, just see if there's more information about it. Um, but like like with the COVID-19 thing, like it's just like it's almost like the flu. I mean, people get sick, you know. It's and also is the people who get affected. It's only the ones that um have health issues. I mean, yes, I get it. I mean that want to keep protect others who have health issues safe, but like I just we still have to live through it. I mean, this
Yeah.
virus is not
It's
this
not gonna
virus.
go. It's not gonna
Yeah,
go away like magic, unfortunately. But I think
even
now we're doing a better job of adapting and doing some of the stuff that we were able to do in 2019 that we weren't able to do last year. Because at least now we have a
yeah,
vaccine, so at least now we're able to let our hair down just a little bit, not completely, but
yeah. Like I mean, yes. I mean, we want to protect others who have health issues safe. I mean, I completely get that. Maybe like that's why we're having these lockdowns. But at the same time, you still have to live through it as before. I mean, look at the flu. I mean, I believe people even get sick more with the flu, like sick more to the like of the flu. Um, I remember there's like a flu going on like this month, but I just don't get it that we have to go through this thing with the COVID, like with the 2 week quarantine. Um, that's seeming affecting sports too. Look at no, not him. Look at the situation with NFL, NHL, and it's also affected other teams too in baseball. So I don't know why we have to go through that. And even with some baseball players say that they felt fine, after a few days of getting COVID. So why I don't know why we have to go through this process. Um of this COVID, enter this quarantine, all that stuff. I just like we have to live through this because that's how businesses work smoothly.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But we need businesses for money and for us to live. And with this remote, and it's not gonna work, especially for our health.
yeah.
With this remote, because
And
you
if
have to
and
live
if
through.
and if not, you can always pretend your internet connection's not working, so you don't have to. You can get out of learning.
No, I don't buy that, but I just no. What I'm saying is with the um you know with the quarantine rules in school, I might have to go through this because
Yeah, it's a
we
drag.
yeah, and we have to live. Yeah, we have to get out of the house. We have to live normal, and I mean normal as I mean yes, no, even with the mask. Um, we have to live our daily lives because without that, there's no life or business.
Yeah.
There's a health for a reason as for going out and um.
And go on game show streams and
Thank you, Gregory. Thank you. People react to about about to a virus a lot different from others because everyone's bodies are different. Thank you.
that's true.
Thank you. Like like I'm just sick of this quarantine rules and of what Gregory just said. That just proved my point.
Yeah.
Like we had to like with my Boston school, going to quarantine. I mean, luckily hasn't happened to my school yet, but we still have to go through it. Our lives.
Exactly.
Yes, you can live the way you want, but you also have to be.
Yeah, you
I
still got to be
agree.
cautious. Yeah. Yes, we are.
And people, please wash your hands frequently.
Yeah.
I mean, if you say, oh, we don't want to wear masks anymore. Oh, we have to. We want to, you know, go out more. Then please wash your hands. Like that is the way that'll help the virus. Is washing our hands because even with the flu, like it'll help us from getting sick. Is
Yeah.
washing our hands. That's and sadly, people don't wash their hands nowadays. I've been noticing that
Yeah, there are some people that should
they
be
just
more careful at Walgreens.
like like they just they don't even do it correctly for like 20 seconds. They just wash their hands. They even put their hands on their pants. So I'm just like, what the heck?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's weird. Uh,
But I'm just sick of these quarantine rules and um. By the way, I hope you're doing well, Gregory. Um, but I'm just sick of these quarantine rules with remote because you have to live the right way. I mean, it's not healthy to be in lockdown all
that's true.
year
No, yeah. No. But luckily,
because
I don't think that's gonna happen ever again.
because the reason why I said that because back in 2020, um, you're welcome. Because back in 2020, I mean, I wasn't myself.
Yeah, 2020. We were all thrown for a loop. Okay.
This is the noob. Oh wait, no, that's a triple thing.
Yeah.
But like 2020, I wasn't myself. I was like stuck, at home. I mean, yes, I was doing my projects for YouTube and Twitch. I mean, not really Twitch, but
Yeah.
um, I just I wasn't feeling myself because I couldn't go out. I was afraid to go outside because I was afraid I was like gonna get in
Oh yeah.
trouble or something.
Mhm.
Um, that's why like I rarely go outside. I didn't go outside for a month, and I mean, 2020 was the worst year of my life, and 2021. Don't get me. I mean, this year has been difficult for a lot of us. I mean, starting with what happened like in January, starting with what happened like spring, like, and we lost a lot of people this year, like including Jeremy. That really hurt me. Losing Jeremy, and and also Hank Aaron as well.
Yeah.
And also, didn't we lose a game show host this year?
I don't know. Probably, but it
No.
escaped me at the moment.
But and also, other two people I know that Gregory knows, um, or but I'm just this past 2 years has been difficult, and we need to live the right way in order to be healthy. Because being locked down will make you be depressed, and because you can't do anything at home. I mean, yes, more family time, but it will start making you like not that healthy. You know
Yeah, it'll
what
drive
I'm
you
saying?
crazy. It'll drive you crazy for a while.
But that's all I have to say about that because I'm just sick and tired of these quarantine rules and how COVID has been affecting us. I mean, yes, we had to uh be safe of others who have health issues. That's why we're having these lockdowns. I respect that. But I just don't respect that we have to do this all the time. That is affecting our health. Even though COVID, of what Gregory just said, it affects different um different people around the
Right.
world. But that's all I have to say about that. Um that's gonna end for this episode 3000. So do you have anything to say of what I talked about, Danny?
Nah, not really anything else.
Do you have any last words?
Uh, we can do anything that we want to do,
Well,
and buy my
yes.
Rebel stuff, and have a happy November.
And Thanksgiving as well next
Yeah.
week. And also Veterans Day
I'm
tomorrow.
gonna have a very happy Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, because you're going to.
We're going somewhere, but it's a surprise.
Yeah. Let's just say summer night. No. Um but hope everybody has a good day, and I will see you all next time. And God bless you all. Have a great night. Stay healthy for your better day tomorrow.